possible. Man of my word. So every round the Warriors will be it that the Warriors make, we'll bring Dre Johnson back for an episode. He got a little sensitive. Texted me that he didn't get to be in last week, so I was like, all right, chill out. We don't need you on here every week. You're bullshit. But
oh man,
how are we feeling, DeAndre? You got a big game tonight.
I'm feeling like 3-0 right now. That's how I'm feeling.
Oh yeah, 3-0. Okay.
I get a sweep, but I ain't gonna speak too soon. Ooh. But I'm thinking we might bring the brooms out. But we got the veterans, and they like to celebrate at home, so we might let them.
I see. Because y'all did let Memphis go in there and 50-piece y'all.
Yeah.
Just so you can celebrate at home.
Look, exactly. So I think that might be the case, but we'll see. I say 3-0.
Okay, you got big confidence going into Dallas for Game 3. So let's just get right into it. Let's check in with the Western Conference Finals. Like you said, the Warriors are up 2-0. So DeAndre, I'll let you start it off. What have you seen so far in the series? What's impressed you? What stood out? Why are the Warriors up 2-0?
The team is coming to perform. We moving the ball. We looking like the Warriors, 2015 Warriors. Everybody is touching the ball. Nobody is dribbling the ball. Not a lot of ISO ball. And the team defense is really good. I feel like it'll be a lot better once we get Gary Payton Jr. back. But how we've been playing without him is crazy.
He coming back this series? Or probably not to the finals?
He get reevaluated next week. So I'm thinking that if the series go to 6, maybe 7, 6 for sure, I think he'll be back in 6 if he goes to 6. Okay,
Joe, what stood out to you? What's kind of been the defining reason why the Warriors are up 2-0?
Can you close that door?
They're just a better team. They just better, man, for real. This like if you look at that game too, like Luka, Luka's gonna do what Luka has to do, but Jalen Brunson showed up. He had 30 some points. So if he can show up and he scores 30 plus points and you still lose, you just outmatch, you outgun. Golden State's just a better team. They just too much. Klay Thompson, he's not all the way back. He's showing glimpses and spurts of that. His mid-range shot is back. He looked a little bit more comfortable. I like to see him take that block shot that he had in the corner against Spencer Dinwiddie. Like seeing stuff like that make you feel good that Klay Thompson's starting to feel and that flow again. And that's real dangerous. So that's what I've seen so far. Tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if the Mavs won just because role players play better at home. I can see the role guys getting some more open looks and making some shootable at home, and it could be the difference in the game. But they're not winning 2 at home.
So I can't believe I'm going to say this. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but the difference maker – like the biggest reason why I think the Warriors are up 2-0, obviously like Steph's been the best player. Like we don't have to debate that. I'm not trying to turn into that kind of argument. But Andrew Wiggins on defense, on Luka. Wiggins been making it hard for him. Like Luka's had his moments where Luka's gone off and still done Luka things, but Wiggins is making it tough. Yeah. I mean, he finally got to a team that got him to actually try defensively and. I think everyone thought, okay, he should be a good defender. He's long, he's athletic, he's got all the tools to be a great defender. It just he never seemed to really care when he was in Minnesota. I think that's ultimately why Jimmy wanted to leave between Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns, soft ass. But now that he's in Golden State, it's a culture. It's starting to be a theme in these playoffs. These teams that have this built-in culture within their teams. Look, if you want to be here. You're going to have to do things a certain kind of way, and you're not going to go to Golden State and just coast defensively and put up 20 shots. That's just not going to, especially for a guy like Wiggins. You haven't done enough in the league. They'll go get another guy that'll play 3 and D and keep it moving. So, shout out to him for taking that step defensively. But, Joe, we talked about this last week. What I get worried about with Luka, them starts are always great. But when the fourth quarter comes – Luka's not usually the same Luka, and I mentioned it when we were talking about the Suns. He's won these 2 series. He's doing all these things. They never had a close game against the Suns. Like they either got blown out or blew them out. And we saw last night or 2 nights ago, Warriors kept it in close because the Mavs were leading a lot of that game, but then it got tight. You couldn't close it. All of a sudden, Brunson couldn't get his shots off. Different story.
Up by 19.
Yes, sir.
Hey, then the chef started to get to cooking, and he said, "Good night."
Best player.
It's a wrap. Once he starts, it's a wrap.
Oh man, that's what you call the best player in the league.
No, we're not gonna do this overreaction thing. Steph had a great game.
How
He had a
is
great.
overreacting?
Because there's just clearly like 2-3 players that are just better than him.
No, it's not.
I wouldn't go 5.
We
but
can argue all
I
day.
know, I'm just talking.
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
talking.
Giannis is better than him.
Nah, he's more dominant. He's bigger.
I mean, I don't really care how you get it. KD, yeah, I would take KD.
Steph hoops like he's 6'8".
No, he doesn't.
He's 6'8".
You don't even believe that. You don't
Yes, I
believe
do.
that.
Like, you see his finishes? Come on,
This man barely ever even touches the fucking rim. You're telling me he plays like he's 6'8".
He has like,
bro, I'm talking about like the way he.
yeah, how many dunks
I'm not
does
saying
he
he's
have in his
going up
career?
and
Like
dunking
3?
over people, but his field goal percentage in the paint, or if not better than most players in the league.
It is.
No, I mean he's a good finisher. I mean, like Kyrie's a great finisher. I would never say Kyrie plays like he's 6'8".
He does.
That's just a ridiculous thing to fucking say.
You're not getting what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm going off.
No, I'm just telling you like how stupid what you are saying. Being 6'8" is we equate being able to finish in the rim to playing like you're 6'8". Like what are we doing here?
You think that's being stupid?
Yeah.
You think by me saying he finishes.
Why can't you just say he's a good finisher? Why can't you just be a good finisher? A 6'8" guy.
Finisher. Like,
No, but a guy that plays like he's 6'8" dunks.
See, that's what you're going with. See, you misinterpreting what I'm saying.
I mean,
I'm telling you, based off his field goal percentages in the paint, he finishes like a big guy. Like he can. I've seen people triple team him going down to the paint, and he's still making these acrobatic moves.
There are plenty of people that are 6'8" that can't finish. Like that's my point. Like your height has nothing to do with how you finish.
You're expecting a 6'8" person field goal percentage in the paint to be better than a guard. Am I right?
No, not really.
I mean, you expect LeBron James.
I would expect them to average more points per game in the paint.
Or better in the paint.
No, I would average them to score more points in the paint. Their percentage, though, that's entirely based on the shots that you take. Compared to like your confidence in that you can make them. Like that's decision making. Which Steph Curry is a fantastic decision maker for the most part.
The more shots you shoot, the better. The more you think that you have a better opportunity of the ball going in. So if you're shooting a high percentage of shots in the paint, you have to have some type of way that you can see that the ball you got a good shot that you're taking.
Right, but my point is, if you're a big guy, right, and you make your living in the paint, you're gonna score more points there. Curry does not get the majority of his points in the paint.
His field goal percentage is high.
I understand. That's decision making. That's taking shots that you can make.
Quick game. His 3-point. Let's go back and look now. He hasn't been making 5 and 6 3-pointers like we've been knowing him to make.
And he hasn't been dropping 30, 40 points either. He's been scoring like 20-something points a game.
No, he just scored 32.
Yeah, but he got hot from 3 last game.
I wouldn't say he got hot. I'm used
in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, he didn't get hot.
I'm used to the 8 for 12 hot. I'm used to
this dude.
The 10 for 13 hot. That's the game.
This dude can't ever just talk about the Warriors without turning it into a whole thing about fucking Steph Curry.
No, I just said he was the best player in the league, and you counted.
Bro, you just gave the Golden State a Miami Heat without saying the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
The best teams in the playoffs right now are the ones with the culture. You were bringing up Miami without bringing up Miami, without saying Miami. Everybody knew what you were talking about.
No, I mean, Miami does fit that case, but I think equally Boston fits it. Like, as much as I hate to say it, like Boston's kind of got like a way that they play. No, I mean Boston's been in 2 of the last 3 Eastern Conference Finals. Like they've been good. Jason Tatum's a young player in the league. This is already his 4th conference finals. They're doing something right there. Like I hate Boston, but like they've got like kind of a hierarchy in a way that they play. I was more taking a shot at like the Nets, who have no culture, no nothing. They don't do anything. Or Philly, their culture is fucking sucking. So, like, then when you get to big moments, then you fucking suck because that's what you've built your whole organization on, is being fucking trash. That's more what I was getting at. I was throwing shade at some of these teams that, by the way, a lot of the fans wanted Miami in the first round, and then where are they to be found? Where are they to be found, Joseph, DeAndre?
I hope we play against Miami.
I think that'd be a great series. I think that'd be beautiful basketball.
I don't think Miami can score enough for us.
Okay. That's what everyone else says. That's what all the Philly fans said. That's what the Brooklyn fans said when they won Miami in the first round.
The culture for defense,
They led the league in threes.
Yeah, we had the best 3-point percentage in the league.
Best because those are not high percentage shots y'all taking. Y'all taking high percentage shots for sure from the 3.
No,
because y'all not taking as many from the 3.
That's
like
we're gonna
How many attempts have y'all taken? They
take like 41.
What's y'all ranking when it comes to 3-point attempts per game?
I'm pretty sure we were top 5.
They're first. You guys are
pretty sure.
First.
Nah, we talking facts. Don't say pretty sure.
I'm looking it up, ho. Damn.
Yeah, I need you to look that up. I'm talking about I'm pretty sure. Nah, y'all might be 15.
Let's see.
15 ain't definitely not that low. They were good. They were living out of the 3 in the regular season. That's all they was doing when Jim was hurt.
Don't look for another stat to defend it.
No, I'm not. I just can't.
Yeah,
trying
how you
to operate. No, that's not how I am. That's how you are.
I was not looking at
I know. I speak straight up facts.
Spin facts.
All right, but while I look this up, I want you guys to transition to what does Dallas need to do to get back into the series tonight? Because obviously, if they go down 3-0.
Second chance points. They've been letting us out-rebound them, and we're a small team. They're going to have to beat us on the boards for them to beat us, for sure.
They small, too, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, there's not really a true center that plays a ton in this game, or in this series, I mean.
Kleber.
He's more of a power forward.
I think they're gonna have to play. I think they're missing like Tim Hardaway Jr. Like we supposed to win this series.
Yeah.
Like they got some players that are out that's supposed to be playing right now. We supposed to win this series. Like if we're really a good team and we really who we think we are, we supposed to win this series. That's why I'm really surprised that they beat Suns last series because.
All right, so DeAndre, you were right. Miami was 14th. In attempts.
Dang, they fell off in the first half of the season. They were up there.
But I want to provide a lot of context for this. The difference between Miami and Golden State is 2 threes a game, 2.5 threes a game. So shut the fuck up. That's not a difference. Yeah, attempts per game. Yeah, it's a very overrated stat.
You want to know why? Because y'all only take y'all go to the basket every play. Y'all textbook basketball.
DeAndre, this is what I want you to understand. The Heat were 2.5 3-point attempts per game lower than number 3 Golden State. Golden State was 2.7 shorter than number 1 Minnesota. All right, so we were closer to you than y'all were closer to first.
Minnesota was hoisting threes this year.
Okay, so they're 2.7 more than you. That's a ton more, but then the 2.5, the difference between Miami and Golden State is not a lot. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, but y'all you said y'all were leading the league in 3-point percentages.
Yeah.
And y'all number 14. That means y'all are taking all open threes. That's why y'all making y'all 3. Like
you're right. No, you're right, DeAndre. You're right. The Heat should have game planned to take more contested threes instead of open ones. God, you're a genius.
Don't have real shooters. That just goes back to what I said.
Don't have real shooters?
Y'all got some liabilities out there. Duncan Robinson, he's a good shooter.
Strus?
He's nice for sure.
Hero?
We talking about we can go in a circle naming all 3-point shooters, right?
Kyle Lowry's not a bad 3-point shooter.
But
PJ Tucker led the whole NBA in 3-point shooting.
Open threes.
Oh, okay. Well, they get open threes. Sorry about it.
Paying attention to him. That's like bragging on Dre shooting going 3 for 3 in the game. Yes.
No, I'm not talking about a fucking game. We're talking about 82 games of a regular season. Like, that normalizes for one hot night.
PJ Tucker, he was the most consistent for y'all this year when it comes to games played. He wasn't banged up during the regular season. How many games he played out of 82? He probably missed about 4 games, and it's because of rest. Am I right?
I don't know what your point is. I don't know off the top of my head how many games PJ Tucker played. That's not
what I'm saying.
Not
is
something
he
I
was
keep
available every game. Y'all got all y'all stars that was out.
It's a percentage. It doesn't matter how many games you played. You can play 30. You can play 80.
Yes, he gonna shoot the ball. Like he better shoot.
He was number 1 in the NBA.
Number 1 in the NBA at what?
3-point percentage.
Yes, because he's shooting all open threes.
Okay, so they get open threes.
Like,
What are you?
That's why you saying that y'all are number 1 in the league at 3-point percentages don't carry weight because y'all shooting all open.
Because we shoot open threes. So you think all of a sudden, after 82 games, after the playoffs, we're gonna get to the finals and not shoot open threes anymore?
Normally you can be like,
well, this is the dumbest argument I've ever heard in my life for why a team's not a good 3-point shooting team.
How is this a dumb argument? Nah, you thinking too hard on it. Quit thinking.
I'm not thinking hard at all.
What you trying to say over here for, bro?
Because this is so stupid. They shoot open threes. That's why they make the most in the league. No shit.
Like no. Bro.
Oh my god.
Them boys not fighting for their shots. Like the shots that y'all are shooting are open. Like,
sorry for being a better basketball team than you. Then I guess I don't know.
That's good basketball.
That's not saying y'all. I mean, that's good basketball for sure. You can't take that away from y'all. But y'all don't have the Steph Curry and the Klay Thompsons and the Andrew Wiggins and the Jordan Pooles that's creating their shots from 3. It's not just all open 3.
DeAndre, I'll let you. I'm just gonna end it on this. We're gonna move on. But if we play y'all in the finals, Andrew Wiggins can create as many threes as he wants for himself. Go ahead.
Y'all not gonna
pull up.
PJ Tucker open.
Okay, it's gonna be a layup line then. Again, no. Like this is like this.
We want PJ Tucker to beat us. We leaving you at the 3 all day. You
okay.
beat us. We'll take that all day. And that's why y'all 3-point percentage got y'all at the number 1 team in the league when it comes to 3-point percentage because y'all people
we take good shots
to not worry about who's at that 3 at the moment. Not because y'all coming up splash. We're designing a play to go to a 3. Nah, y'all going to the paint, missing, throwing it to the PJ Tuckers. Mate, it's that simple.
I agree. It is simple that we take the best 3, so we made the highest percentage of them.
Hey, I wish Steph Curry can take the best 3. I wish Klay Thompson can take the best 3, but they can shoot so good.
So you're saying that people don't follow Duncan Robinson and Max Strus. They just leave them open. That's what you're saying. That's your argument.
That's not what I'm saying. Duncan Robinson is barely even playing. So.
Okay, but in the regular season, when we accumulated all these stats, that didn't happen until like 5 games left in the year.
Playing, bro. The reason he's barely playing.
Okay, DeAndre, slow down. Let's make sure we're keeping the same argument. Apples to apples. You're talking about the regular season. Duncan Robinson didn't fall out of the rotation until like 5 games left. So 77 of the 82 games, Duncan Robinson was out there starting.
If he was really like that, Spoelstra would have had him in the game.
He can't play defense. It's not because of his 3-point shooting.
He can't play defense, and the only shot he's y'all Steve Novak. He's a really good
okay. Again, stop moving the goalposts. How is that moving goalposts? Because the fucking argument was to pay attention to Duncan Robinson when he was during the regular season. Now you're talking about he's not playing. Stick to one argument. What? In the regular season, when the Heat accumulated,
this conversation.
I'm not manipulating it. When the Heat led the league in 3-point percentage, you said, "Oh, well, it's because they just don't guard these players." So I'm asking you, when Duncan Robinson, who started the vast majority of the year, were they just leaving Duncan Robinson open? Is that what you're telling me?
mean, he was getting a shot created for him. He has a facilitator out there, and Jimmy Butler that can get him.
Okay, so thank you for telling me you did not actually watch like a single Heat game all year, because Jimmy Butler does not assist Duncan Robinson hardly at all. It all comes from DHOs with Bam.
Like 5 assists.
I'm telling you, Duncan Robinson's threes come from DHOs with Bam. That's like 90% of his threes.
His threes come from second chance.
Okay, you're right. I'll trust you. You probably watched the 2 games that the Heat played the Warriors. I watched like 75 of them. You're right, though. I got it fucked up in my head. All right.
We beat y'all without our starters.
Yeah, we didn't, because Jimmy got hurt. Jimmy got hurt in that game. We were up. It was just like the Celtics game actually last night, which will transition to the East.
Right, but we didn't have Steph Curry, Draymond Green, or Andrew Wiggins.
No, y'all had Wiggins. I remember Wiggins out there.
I thought it was just Jordan Poole.
Yeah, well, you thought wrong again.
Okay, we can go.
It's all good. Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah. Joe, we've been arguing too much. So you start this one off. Heat up 2-1. What's your thoughts? I think you had Celtics in 7. I think obviously it's still a lot. Yes, you did.
The Celtics.
Yes, don't make me pull the tape.
Don't
make me pull the tape.
The Celtics, man.
You didn't pick the Heat. You weren't gonna give me the Heat.
Ain't no way I picked the Celtics.
You said you're rocking with Jason Tatum, CCP, SeaWorld, blah, blah, blah. That's all I got to go with. You said something along those lines.
Damn, that's pretty much what I said. Damn, that is what I said. I think it's going 7 still. I mean, they did not look good. It looks like one of those series where it's just, man, you got to show up and play. I think every team that won the next game came up, they felt comfortable. Like, okay, we feel like we got a game plan. We're going to stick to this. But these are 2 really good coaches. Eric Spoelstra, great coach. I put Eric Spoelstra at great. But Ime Udoka's a good coach. Like, this is going to be a chess match where they're making adjustments every game, where I think when you see in game 3, there'll be a lot of more in-game adjustments and it'll be more of a battle. But I think those first 2 games, they were just one team made better adjustments and got punched in the mouth. And I think the Celtics – they really got lucky that they didn't get blown up by more, because without Jimmy Butler, when Jimmy Butler was in that game, like that game, they finally did what I was trying to say from the beginning of the series. If Al Horford's out there, Bam Adebayo, you got to get him faced up on Al Horford because he's too quick for him.
Yeah, you got to make him work.
If they keep doing that, then I don't think the Celtics can stop him. As good as defense as they have, if they get Bam going early like that, then they can just get that offense running. They can get that early lead, and they got good enough defense to sustain it. So I'm a little worried about my pick, but Jason Tatum going to play better. So this is at least going 7.
Yeah, Tatum had a rough one last night.
Yeah,
still worried about my pick.
I think also what took away from that game was Jaylen Brown. Even though he had a really good game, he was just ISO ball, and I think that hurted them the last 3 minutes. It really started hurting them because he started hoisting when he should have been getting his teammates involved, and that's what slowed them down. But the big thing about that series is, I think, like you pointed out, Al Horford, I think that just won the series, honestly. They showed the weakest link on the court. So now if you don't have Robert Williams and they need Robert Williams to have a chance at this series, because no Robert Williams mean Al Horford is on that floor primary at the time, man. Like we saw last night, he can't guard down.
I think Horford still probably plays a lot, but Horford's probably not going to take Bam. Horford probably goes to PJ.
Yeah.
And
then he can move. He's agile. He can move just like Bam. He's quick as Bam.
He's not as quick as Bam, but he can make up for it with how much taller he is and bigger he is. So I think he definitely gives Bam a much harder time than a Horford does.
He's a real paint protector. He can move too, bro.
The thing is, no, I'm not saying he's not. He's a great defensive player. If anyone was going to win Defensive Player of the Year on their team, it should have been him and not fucking Marcus Smart. But that's a whole nother conversation. I think like the thing with me with Bam is just like Bam just has to have that mentality that he had last night, even if Robert Williams is out there. Put pressure on the referees to call a foul or at least drive and then kick to somebody. When Bam just sits there and just stares doesn't even look at the rim, just looking who he's going to hand the ball off to next and screen for. I'm sorry, you're not getting paid max dollars to do that. You get paid max dollars to play like you played last night. Because Bam was doing it even before Jimmy got hurt. Bam was doing it in the first quarter. He came out hot, quick 10 points in the first quarter. I think I expect the Celtics to make more adjustments. Like you guys were kind of saying, they fell into that kind of 2021 Celtics team where they just do a lot of ISOing, and you're not going to beat the Heat playing ISO basketball. Like,
Not at all.
You got to play real team basketball, move the ball, move people. You like at this stage of the playoffs, this is not going to work. Like maybe for a last second shot, cool, ISO Tatum or Jaylen Brown, but consistently, that's how the Heat got up big real quick. They just kept turning it over. Tatum and Brown trying to do too much, getting stripped, and then led to runouts. Now, I want to ask you guys' opinion on this though, because I learned something from like the ESPNs and all the national media today. Apparently, winning quarters is actually a really important thing in the NBA because the Celtics have won, I think, 8 quarters to Miami's only winning 2 quarters. Now, I'm still trying to figure out how Miami's up 2-1 in the series because apparently I didn't realize quarters were so important. Well, no, but see, I was told after last night's game, because I listened to all these people talk about the game, and I would have thought the Celtics won with how they were talking about it. But so despite the Celtics leading for literally 0 seconds last night, but they did win 2 quarters. They won the second quarter and the fourth quarter. That's a big deal, apparently. So do you guys feel like the Celtics have given away the series, or do you think that the Heat have been more taking the series these first 3 games?
I think they took. I think you can't discredit Miami. They taking this series. At least that's why they're up. They had their chance yesterday. If Jason, I really feel like Jaylen Brown held the ball too much. I felt like even though he had 40 points, that 40 points took away, because it started giving him a lot of confidence. He felt like he can make every shot going down, and that take away from the team. Right when they had it going, that's when you get your team involved. They brought it back within 4 without y'all superstar. They
cut it to 1. They cut it to 1.
Yeah, they supposed to close that out. But once again, you got to know. That's why you have great teams that win championships. You get me? Like you don't just see everybody go down. Yeah. Even in the Michael Jordan era, he dominated the whole entire game, but he still relied on his teammates to help him. You get what I'm saying? And
again, he was in a system that obviously benefited him greatly.
Yeah.
But it also allowed everyone else to stay engaged the entire game. So when it came down to it, John Paxson needed to make a shot at the end, or Steve Kerr needed to make a shot at the end. Like that was still possible. Joe, what do you think? More bad Celtics or more good Heat?
I think it's more like a kung fu movie where the Miami Heat is the sensei and the Celtics are the student, and they done beat a couple people. They feeling themselves a little bit, and now they want to go up to the sensei and say, "Hey, man, I'm tired of being the student. I think I can knock you out." And in Miami, they taking some lumps, but at the end of the day, they're more skilled. They got a better culture. They're more experienced. And having Kyle Lowry back, you can see that he was that common force that they needed in the fourth quarter, which you usually wouldn't expect to see, especially when he was going up against LeBron in his early years in the East. But you saw he was that common force that they needed. And when he came back, it was just one of those, okay, these young dudes are good. They the next coming up team, but Miami's just a better team. They more experienced. They've been there, done that, and they just going, okay, y'all may have the lead, but we know this game's not over. We're going to chip away. Or we just going to beat you down. We're going to outmuscle you today, and we're going to win. They're going to find the ways to win. It's just that type of series.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously, I'm definitely on it. The Heat have just been good. It seems like every series, the narrative is somehow like how the Heat didn't win, the other team just lost. Like, oh, Philly just fucked it up and lost. Or right, Atlanta just, Dre Young just fucked up and so they lost. It was just like, at some point, it's a common theme that the Heat make you fuck up. That's the
defense.
Like that, yeah, it's the defense. It's the pressure that they put on ball handlers. You brought up Jaylen Brown and like how he was kind of forcing the issue a little too much. Like you said, got his points, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to be told. I had to read it on Twitter after the game. He had 40. I had no idea because his 40 points just were not that impactful to me.
That's how they came back.
No, I'm saying I knew he had a good game, but I didn't realize he had 40 points is that's typically a huge playoff game. It just didn't feel like that to me. Like I never felt super threatened by Jaylen Brown. And I think it's because I noticed a lot of the turnovers. You brought up the not trusting his teammates. I think between Tatum and Brown, they had 13 turnovers between the two of them. Tatum, I think, had 6, and Jaylen Brown, I think, had 7. And I think that's why I just felt like he didn't have quite the same, like that great of a game when it came to like the 40 points. And I think they said he didn't miss a single 2-point field goal attempt. First time that's happened in, I don't know, a long time. Like, I don't know. I didn't get the sense that he was killing like that. I think there's just too many turnovers mixed in there. But Joe, you brought up a key player, Kyle Lowry. They've missed him. He tried to come back against Philly, didn't look very good. Really looked good last night. And so, all right, DeAndre, I know you got the Warriors going into the finals. Who did you have in the East? Be honest.
Miami. I told
you had Miami. Okay.
Yeah, I have Miami. Y'all just got y'all the deepest. Y'all deep. Y'all got experience. That's really what you. This is the time where your experience shows, and it shows. A lot of it been showing against the Celtics. You know, I know that play yesterday with Pete. You remember yesterday, Jaylen Brown did the offensive foul on PJ Tucker. That was the experience. That was experience. Yeah, that's experience.
I hang around Kyle Lowry too much.
Yeah.
Give him an Oscar.
Yeah, as long as Kyle Lowry, he can nurse that hamstring. Yeah, y'all got a really good chance this year, man. Defense always wins championship, and that's the heart and soul of Miami. Y'all all about defense, so I give y'all hats off to that for sure.
Pitbull.
Joe's really trying to Joe wants to turn me on my own player, and I'm not gonna give into it. I like Kyle Lowry, but
we owe Kyle.
Chill.
He's a great player,
though.
He's a great player. All right, so DeAndre and I argued, and first of all, something that needs to be addressed. I foolishly canceled a bet with DeAndre yesterday. He texted me like at halftime. Oh, I think I still got the Celtics winning tonight. And I said, all right, bet. We were going to bet 10 push-ups on the episode tonight. But I canceled it. I canceled it when Jimmy was out. So I said, no, bet off because Jimmy's not playing.
You flexed on your side. That's dirty.
I mean, you saw how close it got without Jimmy there. But, another guy I need to give a shout-out to, Oladipo, just steps in. Didn't play a single minute in the first half and then comes in, plays almost the entire second half. 4 steals.
No. You can't come on here and talk about how you flamed out and didn't have faith in them and then give them respect. Right? You literally just said I didn't
even know if he was going to play. I'm talking when they got back on air and said, "Oh, Jimmy Butler cannot play, is not going to play in the second half." You're saying you would still take the bet?
Yeah. 10 push-ups worth. You act like you was risking a testicle or something.
I mean, I guess that's true. It's just push-ups. It's a little health, but.
Yeah, no faith.
Whatever.
Damn. Okay, cool.
All right.
He was scared of 10 push-ups.
First of all, not scared. You would have done the same thing. Let Steph have been out at halftime. Nah, man. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. But all right. So this has been a debate between DeAndre and I for a while now. So Joe, I want to bring you in and get your perspective on this. Who'd you rather have, Bam or Draymond? Very similar roles.
Draymond.
Thank you. Hey, man.
Draymond.
Speak on it. You join the Looney Tunes.
For one, he's a facilitator. Wait. We talking about like present day Draymond versus present day Bam?
Right now.
I'm still taking Draymond. I'm taking Draymond right now because he's a facilitator. He does so much. I mean, he's not going to show in the stat line, but he does so much for that team. He bark at the refs. He getting calls. He getting setting screens. He's putting the ball right into people's shooting pocket. He's telling the young guys what to do. He's constantly communicating defensively. Like, he's the heart and soul of the Golden State Warriors. But, like, you got to take Draymond right now.
Whew. All right, go DeAndre.
Sound like me. I mean, come on. Why would you take Bam over Draymond? That's what I want to know. What type of role are you? We're talking about.
Okay, answer me this. What does Draymond at this stage do better than Bam?
Huh?
Right now, what does Draymond do better than Bam?
Pass, defend,
No.
facilitate.
No. All right, you're not gonna say pass and facilitate. You're not gonna just use 3 words for the same fucking thing.
No, because
Communicate.
facilitating, he creating opening shots. You know, like that you don't have to really pass it, you know, to facilitate. You know, that's not always just passing. That's creating openings. Am I right?
All right, I just need you to tell me why you think Draymond's better.
I just
Get
told
Steph
you.
open looks.
What can tell me what can Bam do better than Draymond?
Score and defend.
Score
Very easily. Yes.
He can score and defend better. He can.
Bam is a better defender than Draymond right now.
You can say
If you want to say prime Draymond, I think that's a conversation.
This
but
is prime Draymond.
No, it's not. Draymond, come on. Draymond's not the same guy as he was like 3-4 years ago.
What?
There's been a little slip. He's still great, but there's a little slippage. He can't defend like perimeter guys like he used to. Like, he used to be able to switch on to literally 1 through 5. You're not switching Draymond on
He don't
to
have to do that because he got Andrew Wiggins, Klay Thompson, Gary Payne Jr. He got those guys out there now. He needs.
Okay, but it's happened. But he has still been switched on to them and then gotten cooked more than he typically would.
Who's cooking him? Who's cooking him? Please.
I'm not saying anyone's gonna do it. No, you're
Jokic throwing it over his head, and Jokic had a really hard time.
Just take a deep breath. I'm not saying he's a bad defender. I'm saying like he used to. He used to get switched on to like Kyrie Irving and make life hell for Kyrie Irving. He's not doing that anymore.
Boy.
Consistently, Kyrie Irving will get to the rim easier now than he would have 4 years ago on Draymond Green.
I mean, Kyrie Irving is Kyrie Irving.
I'm saying it would have been harder 4 years ago. Is all I'm saying. There's been a tiny bit of slippage. He's got the back issue. He's got he's still great. Like he's still a top 2 or 3 defender of the whole NBA. I think it's a crime. I guess he might not have qualified. I guess because of games played. That's why he wasn't a finalist this year. But I mean, like to me, it's the conversation between best defender in the league is him and Bam and.
To me, this is the best I've seen Draymond.
I think offensively it is. Like I think the way he understands the offense with all those guys, I think that's what he's peaked at. Like his understanding of where to go with the ball. He and Bam have the same kind of issue though that I have with them on offense. Like they almost get too focused on facilitating and forget that like to look at the rim and just like, oh, the lane's wide open. Like just go. Like
dribble, floater, something.
Like they get too focused on like just okay, swing here or DHO here for Steph or for Strus or like that's my only complaint about those two. But no, I'm definitely taking Bam. It's close, but Bam switched the most of any player in the entire NBA this year while missing 20 games. He can guard guards, he can guard bigs, he can guard wing players. It doesn't matter. Bam's locking anybody up right now in a way that Draymond used to. But the Bam's like that right now defensively. And then you saw last night. Draymond never in his life thought about doing what Bam did last night. Never in his life thought about playing a game like that.
Tell me when Bam get 28 points in the NBA Finals.
Who won that game? Kyrie, that's the game that Kyrie put Curry on a poster, right? From the 3-point line. Good night, Steph.
When the last time y'all won?
2014.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all good. 2022's coming up this year. Hope to see y'all there. Hope to see y'all there.
Not if we got something to do with it.
All right, let me ask you this, DeAndre. We'll have you if that matchup does happen. We'll have you on again, obviously. Who do you think would be the most impactful player in that series? Who's the X factor for your Warriors?
Jordan Poole.
Oh, then you're over with.
He got to perform.
That's
Jordan Poole.
gonna be 8 points a game right there.
Jordan Poole?
Y'all play Miami? Oh yeah, he's getting the Trae Young treatment. He's getting the James Harden treatment.
You can't give him the Trae Young treatment when you got Steph Curry on the floor. Like you can't do it.
No, I just meant
on Steph Curry. There's no way he can have one defender on him. Y'all got to prioritize his game. Y'all want everybody.
No, yeah, but no, it's cool. Jordan Poole's still gonna have a great defender guarding him.
Because PJ Tucker coming after 30.
I don't know if they'll start PJ on Curry. That'd be a little much. I mean, you can take your pick. You know, he can get PJ, he can get Jimmy, he can get Lowry, he can get Vincent, he can get Oladipo. I mean, whichever one you want to lock him up, it don't matter.
Oladipo has been defending his ass off.
Boy, you gonna see.
Okay.
You will see.
All right. Well, you know how
wasn't gonna come too crazy.
You ruined that within 6 minutes tonight. But you know how we close these shows out, Joe. Love or violence. So I'll give you some time to think, DeAndre. Joe.
Time to think.
Oh shit! All right, Mr. Guest. You don't need time to think. Start us off then. Love or violence? Which you choosing?
Violence. The disrespect.
Shit.
I'm tired of the disrespect.
For who?
Yeah, you know that. You know, we constantly been disrespected. We've been disrespected these last 3 years since we lost KD. Y'all not going back to the finals. Y'all not doing this. Draymond Green is washed. Steph Curry need help. It's violence.
Who in your mind is saying this?
What? Critics? Go look at any ESPN article.
Stephen A. picked the Warriors from before the year started.
Stephen A. And they called him crazy.
All right, and that's ESPN.
He said to go to at least the Western Conference Finals.
No, he said his preseason pick to win the finals was the Warriors.
Yeah, he said if we're healthy, the Warriors. But he's the only one from ESPN. The only.
I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't get
no one.
No one on ESPN picked my Heat. The Heat were in the finals just 2 years ago.
Why would we pick them?
Look what they're about to be.
Nah, y'all got a deep team. Y'all got a nice team.
Joe, love or violence?
I didn't really think about it, but I got one off the top of my head. I think I'm going to choose violence because it was getting on my nerves when I saw it. You know, man, it's something about Celtics players, you know, it started with Paul Pierce and his stupid ass wheelchair shit. Talking about he shitted his pants. Get the hell out of here. You came out in the wheelchair to get the crowd going. I'm going the same way with Marcus Smart. Yeah, your ankle was hurt.
No, man, that thing went like full 90 degrees.
I thought he was over with.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Don't nobody roll that ankle halfway like this and come back 5 minutes later running on it like that. Come on, he milked that. That shit hurt, but he milked that. Come on, man. Come on.
All I know, I need what the Celtics trainers got. Whatever the Celtics trainers got, they got something special because Tatum was on the ground crying.
Man,
he went back to the
dislocated his shoulder.
Man, they got something. They got something special in there.
Came running out the tunnel and stuff. The crowd got all hype, and then they went on a little run. That was all. Come on, man. Theatrics.
Damn, Joe, I'm kind of pissed. You kind of stole mine. That was gonna be mine. I got to pivot now. I'll just go. I'll continue my thing. I'm going to show love to Vic. You know, Oladipo. No, looked like he was going to be out the rotation. Jimmy gets the knee inflammation, so he's got to sit the second half. And so Spo says, all right, Vic, not only are you back in the rotation, you're starting the second half. And Vic came in, only scored 3 points. We had 4 steals. And just he was making all their lives hell out there. Making all their lives hell out there. So shout out Vic. Stays ready through a wild season for him. Victor, whatever. Oladipo. Depot.
That's a standalone. Yeah.
But all right, y'all. I think that's a wrap. Conference finals check-in. DeAndre, if the Warriors make it to the finals, we'll bring you on the preview show. How about that?
Oh man.
I hope they go to a game 7 and Steph has to take a last-second shot because he's gonna miss it.
What? Why you want to add to his legacy? Come on, man.
Or he'll probably just dribble behind his back and dribble it out of bounds.
Nah,
Damn.
and whatever he do, it's gonna be 3 people on him.
Fact. Same with LeBron,
Damn.
but LeBron will just fade away and make it from the corner.
LeBron don't get 3 people on him either.
Boy, like,
Yeah,
see, I don't know why. All right. I'm ending this
Not-
before.
LeBron-
I'm ending this before this goes any further into bullshit.
LeBron-
3 impossible.